You know what it's like. Someone plays a chord, you can't name it, but you just want to know what it is. Well, today I'm going to show you 3 mysterious major chord voicings that grab the listener's attention from the moment you play them. Rich, colourful, and just ambiguous enough to make people ask, what was that? I'm going to break each one down, show you how to connect them, and by the end you'll be turning them into your own improvised piece of music. Let's dive in. To get the most out of this lesson, don't forget to grab your free voicings cheat sheet. The link's in the video description. Okay, this one is called the Mystery Major. And it's called that because it sounds like a major chord, but it's just got something else in there that's giving it that kind of mysterious, ambiguous quality. So let's break down what's going on here, right? We're doing this on F, okay? We're gonna look at other keys in a minute, but let's just start here. And this is just a regular F major triad. We've got the root down there, we've got the 5th, we've got the root again, then we've got the 3rd. Now, nothing too strange about that, straightforward F major triad. But the thing is, we're going to add in one extra note that gives it that kind of mysterious quality, and it's this note here, the B flat, which is the 4th in the key of F. So let me just play it with this note added. I'll do it again. So the reason why this is sounding so kind of mysterious is because we've got the 4th and the 3rd in there, right? We've got these 2 notes. We've got the B flat, which is the 4th, and the 3rd at the top. And then if you kind of surround it by the rest of the F major chord, you get this wonderful ringing kind of almost suspended sound. So often when we play the 4th in a chord, we remove the 3rd, don't we? Okay, so if you see a sus4 chord, you take the 3rd out. Just fine, like that. But you want to give it a bit of extra something, put the 3rd and the 4th together, and it's just one of these chords that just really sings for me. Let's have a go now at moving this shape around, and we're going to move it in what we call parallel. And parallel means you take the shape and you literally move it exactly. You kind of transpose it to every single key. Now, if you're thinking, whoa, that's quite a lot, that's quite a lot to take on, we're not going to do every single key now. We're just going to pick 4 different keys, okay? And that's good because it limits us, and it means that we can just really focus on those 4 specific keys to kind of get them really secure under our fingers. So we can pick any 4 keys we want to do, really. We're just moving the shape. Let's stick with F. Let's add in, what are we going to do? I don't know. A flat. There's our A flat. So you see we've got our regular A flat major triad, and you add in the 4th here. Let's do B flat. Regular B flat triad, add in the 4th. And let's do, I don't know, C. There's our C major triad, add in the 4th here. If I just play you all of those shapes, have a listen. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? I love moving shapes around, kind of directly transposing them in parallel. It sounds so good. If you want to have a go at adding a little bit more rhythm, you can see all I'm doing there is I'm just arpeggiating the notes, and it makes it sound more flowing, more like an actual piece of music. What I'm doing really simply is just starting with the kind of outer edge notes of the voicing, which in this case is the A and the F. And then in between, I'm using my kind of middle fingers here, my thumb in my right hand and my kind of 3rd finger to arpeggiate and lock into that kind of, that 16th note. I mean, it doesn't have to be that complex, but if I was to do it with the 16th note, you see that kind of thing? Or it could just be a case of rolling those notes out of time. Listen. You know, that kind of sound. You can create all these different effects just by kind of playing around with these shapes. They're super fun. Try that one out. The Mystery Major. Now, to help you get all of these voicings under your fingers and into your playing, I put together a free cheat sheet. It's got them all written out for you. It's completely free. The link to download that is in the video description. You can also scan this QR code up here. And the people that watch this channel regularly, they tell me that the lessons make so much more sense when you have these resources in front of you. You can kind of follow along and play along with what I'm doing. So do give it a go, download it. The link's down below. Okay, I call this one the longing Lydian. Now, you might have heard of the word Lydian before. It essentially refers to one of the major scale modes. And Lydian has such a bright sound. It's used so much in film music. Sounds so open and yeah, it's got that real kind of magical quality to it, which I love. This is essentially a way you can add some real depth to your major scale voicings. Oh, you can't do this on every single major chord. Typically, this one sounds really nice at the end of a song. You can kind of use it as like a little bit of a flourish at the end of the song. Let's look at how we build this up. Okay, so all of the notes come from the scale of F major, except for one. Okay, let's have a look. All these notes are in F major, but this one isn't. And that is our kind of Lydian note. It's our sharp 11. Let me just break that down. There's our regular F major scale. To get the Lydian mode, I'm kind of speeding through this theory here. You raise the fourth up a semitone or a half step. So check this out. There's your Lydian mode, F Lydian. And now we're going to play a major, beautiful major voicing using notes from that mode. There it is, you see, and we've got the root, the fifth, the sixth, the ninth, and the sharp 11. You may be thinking, what would we actually call that chord? What's the name of it? Well, I'd refer to it as F69 sharp 11. Interestingly, there's no third in this chord. There's no A, okay, in this particular voicing. It's got that really open sound. Just beautiful. And the other thing, if you want a shortcut to be able to find this particular voicing, all you do is you play the root and fifth in your left hand, the F and the C, and in your right hand, you play a major triad a tone above. So, or a tone or a whole step. A tone above F is G. So we're just going to play a G major triad. There it is. And that's kind of a little shortcut way you can find it. It just rings so nice, doesn't it? Okay, let's have a go now at moving that shape around in parallel. We're going to do exactly the same thing we did before. We're going to use F, A flat, B flat, and C as our root notes for all those chords. So let's have a look what each of the shapes would kind of look like. There's the F, which we already know. There's the A flat. A flat 6/9 sharp 11. Then we've got B flat and then C. Do all of those. Kind of sounds like a Disney movie or something like that, doesn't it? Sounds even nicer down here. Check this. Just so, these shapes are so fun to play, particularly if you're kind of improvising, because you can just kind of create these kind of beautiful textures. If I add some rhythm in as well. That sounds quite kind of enchanting, doesn't it? Yeah, play around with this one. Great, great fun. It's all written out for you on that cheat sheet. The Longing Lydian. This one is called the Wide Open Major. And the reason for this is because the voicing is built around fifths. And fifths give this really kind of open sound that they just ring so well, fifths. It's like intervals within voicings. And this major voicing is built up of fifths. So check this out. We've got the root, we've got the fifth, we've got the ninth, we've got the third, and we've got the seventh. So there's our voicing. It's like F major 9. That's the kind of shape here. That's the chord we're doing. But you can see it's made up of fifths. So we've got a fifth there, we've got a fifth there, and we've got a fifth there. The only interval in the voicing that isn't a fifth is this one here. And you've got that really nice clash between the kind of ninth and the third. Those two notes there. Ninth is another name for the seconds, like the second and the third. Check this out. Rings so well. Particularly, again, this is another one you can do at like the end of a song as just a little kind of flourish. Really, really nice. So, let's have a go at moving this one again around in parallel. There it is on F. We've already looked at that. There it is on A flat. So that would be A flat major 9. All written out for you on this cheat sheet I've put together. Don't forget to download. That's really going to help you get all of these into your playing. There's B flat. And then lastly, there's C. And you can then begin to think about adding in some extra rhythm, okay? We always want to do that. As soon as you've got the voicing down, try and turn it into a piece of music as quickly as possible, because then you're getting into that experimentation phase, that mindset where you think, right, how am I going to make something out of this? So if I was doing that, you know, all I'm doing there is just arpeggiating my right hand, being quite free-form with the rhythm. And I'm just playing my left hand at the beginning of each kind of chord change. That kind of thing. Yeah, I think it's so important whenever you learn anything new on the piano to immediately try and get into that experimentation mindset, because it means you're just turning what you've learned into music straight away. And what you will find as you keep on going with this kind of way of learning, what you practice will come out naturally when you improvise, okay? It might take a little while, it might take a few months, a year, whatever, but you will one day just be sitting down and making up a piece of music, and suddenly you'll play one of these voicings and you'll be like, oh, it's that beautiful shape I worked on all those times in my practice session. And it's almost a bit like magic in a way, because it just naturally flows into your playing. But trust me, get these shapes under your fingers, because you will come back to them time and time again. I'm going to have a quick go now at improvising using that chord progression, the F, A flat, B flat, and C. But I'm going to just switch between the different voicings we've been working on. I haven't actually practiced this at all. I'm not entirely sure what's going to come out, but let's just give it a go. I'm going to try and create a piece of music on the fly with all the voicings we've worked on. Let's give it a go. Something like that. Now, these are some really beautiful major chord shapes, but you might be thinking, what do I do on the minor chords? Well, in that case, I think you're going to love this video up here, where I do exactly the same thing with some of the most beautiful minor chord voicings I know. Go check that video out, and I'll see you over there.